So here we are at the photo studio, which really doesn't have a whole lot to offer except for this guy, who's gonna offer to take my picture while I'm dressed up as a member of Team Rocket. Yeah, sure, why not? Because to me, it's as if you're doing some sort of cosplay when you think about it. Look cool as if you own the world. Well, I'm not really sure if I can even do that. Smile. Of course, this isn't the only instance where you can get your picture taken, because after arriving in Goldenrod, occasionally you'll see a photographer in certain places on certain days. This is only in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, by the way, not in Crystal. Okay, this guy's gonna offer to have you dress up one of your Pokemon with accessories and hang a picture in that room you see there. I'm gonna say no to this because I'm not interested in this kind of stuff. But I am gonna show off the gallery room because, hey, why not? Okay, what's this guy all about? A drawing for accessories, you never know what you're gonna get. A random accessory for $100, huh? I'm gonna say no to this as well because it's a waste of money. It's a frame for holding a portrait photo. Okay, I assume all these say the same thing? Yep, I thought so. Okay, there's nothing else here, so I'm free to move on. Okay, so I'm ready to move on to the next route. Yes, that's right. I'm not going to the gym quite yet because I'm gonna do some more training before I tackle that place. Especially knowing what awaits me there. I mean, yeah, sure, Machamp can solo that place right now, but I wanted to get some more levels. Okay, guess I was going to be involved for the little side quest. So, he has a letter that he wants me to deliver to that sleeping guy over on Route 31, but you have to have room in your party for the Pokemon he gives you that's holding the mail. So off screen, I deposited my Wooper in the PC since I don't really need it right now. Although I can't deliver that mail quite yet since that Sudowoodo is still blocking the way to Route 31 from here. But I'm still going to take the Pokemon regardless, it'll just stay with me until then. Well, even though I can make it back to Route 31 just by going the long way, but that's going to take up way too much time, so yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait until later. Wow, everyone's talking about that Sudowoodo, huh? No, it hasn't been cleared yet, it's not going to be cleared anytime soon. Okay, let me read what that mail says, because hey, why not? Letter, thank you. Adventure was fun, wasn't it? Zubat was the one thing I wanted to avoid. Webster. Interesting. Okay, what about you? What do you have to say? Yeah, sure, even though I did demonstrate how the radio works just a few parts ago. So just move the cursor to a certain spot if you want to listen to any of the radio shows. But if you want to hear the show more clearly, just touch one of the four buttons. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Well, I'm pretty sure she's giving a better explanation than what I just gave, but whatever. No, I don't think it's a pain. I mean, just click one of the four buttons. It's not that hard. Anyway, here we are on Route 35, which will eventually lead you to the National Park and something that's a new addition to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Poké-Athon Dome. So the Poké-Athon. It's kind of like a contest in Hoenn and Sinnoh, and the way it works is, just like how there are 5 contest stats, there are also 5 stats in the Poké-Athon called performance stats. And those stats are affected by a drink called Apple Juice, made from apricorns obviously. So the way you make this is, you get a blender from someone at the Apple Juice stand, then you pick up the 5 apricorns to put inside of the blender, then walk 100 steps, and boom, there's your juice, which you can use up to 3 times. So what the juice itself does is, it raises the performance stat, but sometimes it lowers the performance stats. Now as for what goes on at the Poké-Athon, you're faced with 10 different events that focus on a certain performance stats. And there are certain Pokemon that excel at these events. Now I believe there's a strategy guide that tells you what kind of Pokemon you should use for each event. And I think I actually had that strategy guide, believe it or not. Yeah, I bought it all those years ago when I bought my Pokemon Soul Silver game. Well, back then, I had no idea Bulbapedia existed, so yeah, you can't really blame me for buying the strategy guides. But even then, I never really paid much attention to the Poké-Athlon since, yeah, even at this stage in my life, I guess I still don't understand how it works. Although it is said that these events kind of mirror Olympic track and field competitions. Man, I'm so glad I never did track and field because I'm not really sure if I could really run a whole lot of distance. Sorry about that. Yeah, I guess that was a pretty short explanation for the Poké-Athlon, but some tells me I may have to explain more things once I eventually get over there. Which won't be right now because I need to get my 3rd gym badge, and only then will I be allowed to get over to the Poké-Athlon. Okay, moving on to something else. So the 7 Star Meganium Terry Battle Event is back. It originally ran in April of 2024, but now it's back starting from January 30th until February 5th. So, its ability is Leaf Guard, its terra type is Psychic, its nature is Impish, and also moves Seed Bomb, Zen Headbutt, Body Press, and Curse. And its additional moves Reflect, Light Screen, and Bulldoze. Now, I believe I did speak about that 7 Star Meganium back in my Renegade Platinum Let's Play, back in parts 103 and 104. Although, I don't think I was very specific as to what I did to fight off that 7 Star Meganium. So, I'm going to say what I did right now. So, I used my Skeledirge to fight that thing. Its ability was Unaware, its nature was Modest, its terra type was Ghost, its held item was the Shell Bell, and I gave the moves Torch Song, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. Now, I just want to let you know that that Meganium resets its stats twice, so yeah, watch out for that. So here's what I did. So when the battle begins, Meganium puts up both screens, then it goes for Curse, so watch out for that. So try and nail a Will-O-Wisp to soften up a little bit. Then use Torch Song 3 times, Terastallize, then use Shadow Ball until Meganium resets your stats. When that happens, use Protect that way you won't feel the full blow of its attacks. Then use Torch Song 6 times, and from there, use Shadow Ball until it dies. Well, I will admit, that process is kind of long, but once again, Stone Steady wins the race. But if Skeledirge isn't your Pokemon to use, then I guess you can go with Annihilape, which is what I did afterwards. Its ability was Defiance, its terra type was Ghost, its nature was Impish, its held item was the Shell Bell, and I gave the moves Rage Fist, Bulk Up, Taunt, and Focus Energy. So first off, use Taunt and keep it that way until Meganium puts up that shield. Then use Bulk Up, then use Rage Fist 3 times, Terastallize, then use Bulk Up 6 times, then use Focus Energy, and finally use Rage Fist until it dies. Well, I will admit, that other way kind of sounds a bit easier, but to me, I think it kind of depends on the timing. Well, when it comes to Focus Energy, well, I don't really use that move all too much, but in this one instance, well, I guess that kind of helped me out because, well, believe it or not, I did a whole lot of damage to that 7 Star Meganium. And even then, I think it was still, its health rather was still in the green, and I think it managed to put its HP in the red. And I was like, holy shit, I'd never done that much damage to a 7 Star Pokemon in my life. So yeah, I guess the combination of using Bulk Up, then Focus Energy, and then Rage Fist a whole bunch of times, yeah, that did do a number on that 7 Star Meganium. Although, if I want to be sure that my attacks will always be critical hits, maybe I could have equipped my Annihilape with the Razor Claw. Although, maybe I'll decide against that because I guess healing is more important than scoring critical hits. Yeah, I think that's important. Now, going back to Skeledirge for a second, well, yeah, sure, Meganium went for Bulldoze, but doesn't matter because, well, even though it went for Curse, I didn't really feel the full blow of Bulldoze thanks to my ability Unaware, so yeah, I didn't take a whole lot of damage from Bulldoze. Well, yeah, even though my speed fell, doesn't matter because Curse also lowers your speed, so yeah, it didn't really matter if my speed fell or not. Also, maybe I could have taught my Skeledirge Slack Off, but the problem with that is I believe that's one of its egg moves, and yeah, I don't want to go through a whole bunch of crap just to have my Skeledirge learn Slack Off. So I guess Protect was the next best thing. Besides, if I did go with Slack Off, then I'm not really sure if Skeledirge could withstand Meganium's attacks when my ability gets disabled. So yeah, I guess it's better to be on the safe side and use Protect. As for the next event after this, well, I want to say maybe it's the 7 Star Typhlosion Terry Battle event. But the problem with that is, I believe there was a 7 Star Hisuian Typhlosion Terry Battle event some time ago. I'm not really sure if that's going to be up next. If so, then I guess that's going to be great because back when that event first came out, yeah, I didn't partake in that because back then, I wasn't really interested in those 7 Star Terry Battle events. Payback, no thanks because Mischievous doesn't have a very good physical attack stat, so I'm going to pass on Payback. So yeah, 7 Star Hisuian Typhlosion event. I'm not really sure if that's going to come about. If so, then yeah, hopefully I don't struggle against that thing since, well, I think one of its moves I seem to recall it having was Infernal Parade. Yeah, I remember using Hisuian Typhlosion back in Legends Arceus. Speaking of which, I'm not really sure how to transfer Pokemon from Legends Arceus to Scarlet and Violet. I'm not really sure if you have to trade somehow. If so, then that's something I can't do since I only have one Nintendo Switch. Well, that's a shame because, yeah, there are certain Pokemon that I do want to transfer over to my Pokemon Scarlet game from Legends Arceus. Oh well. As for some other Pokemon you could use to fight that Meganium, well, I'm not too sure since, yeah, Curse could be a huge issue since that's going to raise its attack, and that means all of its moves will do a whole lot of damage. As for Reflect and Light Screen, well, yeah, that's going to be kind of annoying. But I guess if you buff your stats at a certain time, or rather a certain time, then I guess Reflect and Light Screen won't matter. Okay, seems to me that this guy is kissing my feet, but whatever. Hopefully he rematches me at some point. Even though all he had on his team was Voltorbs. Seem to recall that he had a level 2 Voltorb back in the original Heart Gold Soul Silver. I want to say that was also the case in Crystal, but I'm not really sure if that was the case since it's been a while since I last played Crystal. Okay, this guy, I believe he's a Fire Breather. I believe the last time we saw this kind of trainer class was back in Gold, Silver, Crystal, but they haven't reappeared since. Whatever. A trainer class is a trainer class. Now, I want to talk about Machamp's level up moves for a second. Oh, what? He's going to recall Stunky? Okay, I guess it didn't have anything to hit my Mischievous with. I haven't used Stunky in quite a while, so I'm not really sure if it gets any dark moves at this point in the game. I thought maybe that Stunky was able to learn Bite via Egg move, but it turns out that was never the case. That's so strange because I was so sure that Stunky was able to learn Bite via Egg move. Well, there's also Night Slash, but I'm pretty sure it gets that at a later level, or maybe Skunk Tank learns that. I'm not too sure. Yeah, as I said before, I haven't used Stunky in quite a while, so yeah, I'm not too hot on its level up moves. Yeah, even though it is a Dark type, it's still kind of strange how it can't touch my Mischievous at all. Well, whatever. Okay, as I was about to say, about Machamp's level up moves, I'm sure you noticed that it was able to learn Rock type attacks like Rock Throw, Rock Slide, and soon to be Stone Edge. Well, it looks like it was made that way so that way it kind of mirrors Timbur's level up moves. I mean, think about it. Timbur's evolutionary line learns Rock type moves leveling up since everyone says Timber is a counterpart to Machamp. Or rather, everyone sees Timber as a counterpart to Machop, so I guess it only makes sense that way. Oh, hold on a second. What do you want, Ian? Okay. Okay, glad to help. Okay, I was about to say, displeased officer. Once again, I can only find him when it's night, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until then. Okay, by going here, I can either go to the National Park or the Pokéathlon Dome. But as I said before, I can't go into the Pokéathlon Dome yet because I need to get my 3rd gym badge. So yeah, I guess it was pretty good on Drano's part to have Machamp's level up moves be kind of similar to Timbur's level up moves since, yeah, as I said before, everyone sees Timber as kind of a counterpart to Machop. Okay, hopefully I have enough time to fight this trainer. I seem to recall that he has 2 Pokemon on his team, so yeah, hopefully that's enough time before time runs out. So yeah, since that 7 Star Meganium Terry battle event ends on the 5th, yeah, hopefully maybe that 7 Star Hisuian Typhlosion Terry battle event returns because, yeah, I kind of want to fight that thing. If not, then okay, I guess I'll have to settle for just regular Typhlosion. Even though I did kind of enjoy my time using that Hisuian Typhlosion back in Legends Arceus. But I guess maybe, I guess it could be better. After, I guess there's the 7 Star for Alligator Terry battle event, or maybe they could possibly throw us a curveball and go with something else. But I seriously doubt that. Okay, this side was pretty easy, no problem. Okay, I believe there's some items below me, but looking at the amount of time I have, I don't think I have enough time to even get to those items, so I guess they're going to have to wait until next time. Okay, good to know. Okay, see that item over there, but yeah, I'm not really sure if I can even get that item right now. Let me see if I can kill off this Pidgeotto before time runs out. Well, also, this thing doesn't have anything to touch me with, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to struggle with this Pidgeotto at all. Yep, never in doubt. I mean, it's an unevolved Pidgeotto, so yeah, this thing's not very threatening. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today, so next time, we're going to wrap up the rest of Route 35 and hopefully check out the National Park. See you next time.